بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. السلام عليكم أحبائنا الكرام جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم my beloved ones ورحمة الله وبركاته. Let's continue our session on fiqh, and that was Manasik al-Hajj of Ayatollah al-Udma Sayyid Ali Sistani. As we mentioned, these sessions are for advanced level students. For advanced level students, where we are trying to bring some analytical aspects surrounding the ruling, which normal classes of fiqh, we don't try to stretch the ruling, but this is for those students who are studying ilm al-usul and ilm al-hadith and all the other things. We will try to incorporate some of the things which you have studied and try to see how it functions with the deduction of the laws, and especially the rules of ilm al-usul. We have mentioned previously several, and we are going to continue mentioning it here. So we did ruling number 80. We said man mata wa alayhi hajjat al-islam wa taraka ma yafi bi masarifiha, whoever dies and he is obligated to perform the first hajj, the hajj of Islam, and he left enough amount to which would be sufficient to cover the expenses of hajj. إذا لم يوجد من يستأجر عنه إلا بأكثر من أجرة المثل فالأحوط وجوبا الاستئجار عنه وعدم التأخير. So let's say the average rate for hiring someone is known. This guy, there's no one going to go for Hajj except for one guy. He said, I'm going to take extra. You know, like when the demand is there, the market, so the price goes high as well. So now since there are no one going except this one person. So say the Sistani Damadullah says it's obligatory precaution. As an obligatory precaution, one should not delay till the next year. Why? Just to save the amount on the heirs. I explained this because, you know, what will happen? The average will be taken, average principal amount or average expenses of the Hajj will be taken from the principal wealth of the inheritors. And extra, where will the extra go? The extra will be taken from the shares of the heirs. Now, if it is going to be taken from the shares of the heirs, they will not like that extra money goes out of them. So they will say, okay, let's delay it for next year. Say, no. Obligatory precaution, do it this year. But we don't want to spend from our money, you see. It's our inheritance, yes, but this is obligatory precaution if you don't have anyone going in an average, because you can take only the average amount of the hiring. If you want to hire somebody, only that average amount. More than that, the rest of the heirs will share from their shares, okay? Except for the minors, the youngsters, the young inheritors. It will not be taken from them. So this was something we did yesterday. Now let's take, our previous session. Let's take today's ruling number 81. Now here we have a dispute. Some of the inheritors, they say our dad did his Hajj, or there was no Hajj. Hajj al-Islam was not obligated upon him. He was never able to do. Some of them, they say no, he was able to do, and it's obligatory upon him. So now what will happen? Man mata, whoever dies, wa aqarra ba'dhu warathatihi, and some of his inheritors, they acknowledge that our marhum, he was obligated to perform the first Hajj, Hajjat al-Islam. ورثت بأن عليه حجة الإسلام وأنكره الآخرون. However, others, they denied. They denied, perhaps due to the lack of knowledge. They did not know that it was wajib, or they were greedy because they know if the money will go, the money of inheritance will go to the Hajj, That means $10,000 deficit will come on the total amount of the inheritance. They don't want like that to happen. So some they said yes, some say they said no. So what will we do now? لم يجب على المقر إلا دفع ما يخص حصته بالنسبة. So there are two parties. One says yes, he needs. Other says no. So normally what happens sometimes, some of the scholars might say, okay, you guys say yes, then you will have to bear the expenses of Hajj of your of your deceased. Those who say no, okay, we will not burden you, because to you it's not proven that your deceased was supposed to perform Hajj. And to you guys, it's proven to you that Hajj was wajib upon him. So you will have to bear the cost of Hajj. Say this Sistani Damadullah says, no, I mean, we cannot obligate on those who acknowledged the entire amount. No. لم يجب على المقر إلا دفع ما يخص حصته بالنسبة. So ما يخص حصته. So the one who acknowledged, he's supposed to pay only his share. Let's say there are 5 sons and the Hajj is $10,000. And the inherit and now the remaining inheritors, they say no. Like, let's say 3 of the inheritors, they say no. 2 of the inheritors, they say yes. So if we divide 10,000 on 5, what will be the share of each one? The share of each one will be 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. So I acknowledge, yes, my deceased, my marhum, he did not do Hajj and he was obligated to perform Hajj. And my brother also. So should we pay 10,000 or should we pay only our share, 2,000, 2,000? Say the Sistani Damadullah says, no, you pay 2,000 and you pay 2,000. Share. فإن وفى بمصارف الحج ولو بتتميم الأجرة من قبل متبرع. Okay, so if these 4,000 are sufficient to perform Hajj, even by hiring someone on volunteer basis, let's say one said, okay, I will do the rest of the amount. I will take care of your father's Hajj because he was a great person. He did a lot of favors upon us and this and that. I mean, it's, even if the entire Hajj, we would pay the entire Hajj. So no, we want to pay our share. Okay, that's fine. You give me 4,000, I'll put 6,000 and I'll go to Las Vegas. No, not Las Vegas. I'll go to Hajj. Because there might be some people, they take the 4,000 and they promise that I'll put the 6,000, and a lot of scam happens in this. And they say we'll go for Hajj, and Hajj never is done. Because people, they don't take care who to give this trust. They just give to Tom, Dick, and Harry, and any, mini, miny, mo, and presto, and choose someone, and then you pay the money, and the money goes. Because what is that guy? That guy says, I will put 6,000 from my pocket and perform the Hajj. Just give me the 4,000. They gave him the 4,000. The guy disappears. So anyhow, so he says that, okay, you pay the 6,000 and I'll pay the 6,000. Anyways, the 4,000 will be added to the volunteer to any other ways. Then the Hajj is performed, even by just going, choosing somebody from Medina or from those places, okay, which are closer to Makkah, then the ticket will be saved. So anyways, if you are able to make the Hajj with this 4,000 or whatever is the shares, wajabat al-istinaba anhu, then it will become obligatory to appoint a representative to perform the Hajj on behalf of the deceased. وَإِلَّا لَمْ تَجِبْ, otherwise it will not be obligatory. If 4,000 is not sufficient, so how can we perform the Hajj? So it will not be obligatory on these two who acknowledge that our dad must perform the Hajj, the first Hajj, which is called Hajjat al-Islam. There's no obligation upon them. Khalas, you don't have. ولا يجب على المقر تتميمه من حصته أو من ماله الشخصي. You acknowledge Should you add on that 4,000, 6,000 from your personal wealth? Because you acknowledge, no, 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 no. We will not burden you. More than your share, we will not burden you. If you want to donate, volunteer, that's fine. But if not, that's fine. There's no Hajj for your disease. I hope this is clear. If not clear, and in the discussion session, you can always clarify. Ruling number 83. Man mata wa alayhi hajjat al-Islam. Whoever dies and he has obligated Hajj upon him as a responsibility on his shoulder. وأوصى بالاستئجار من البلد وجب ذلك. He made a wasiyah. He says, no, please, this brother Fulan, he's my friend, you see, give him the money and let him go for Hajj from the hometown. Remember, hometown Hajj is expensive, $10,000. But if you hire someone from Medina or from Ta'if, from those Jeddah, from surrounding areas of Makkah, then a lot of expenses will be down. Okay, because you'll be doing Hajj as a local Hajj. Local Hajj is cheaper. But the Hajj which is done by the outsider, once you land on Jeddah airport from outside, cost of Hajj, cost of those tents, and a lot of cost of mutawafin and this and that. There's a lot of things there to pay. It's not just like ticket and accommodation. There are some fees you have to pay, but this Hajj visa is free. But then there are other service charges they charge. There are companies, you have to pay them. So that's why it becomes costly. But if you're local there in Medina, you can just drive your way there. Your car is Saudi car, and you can perform the Hajj. So what you are paying from hometown is 10,000. Perhaps 5,000 or less, you can do the Hajj niyaba by hiring from where? From the Makkah or from vicinities of Makkah. Even someone from Makkah, people of Makkah. Okay? You just tell him, I want to do Hajj tamattu. So we have to do niyaba Hajj tamattu. So he will go outside of Makkah and then come back to perform the Hajj. So there are many other ways. So that Hajj money, 5,000 or less, is taken from the principal amount of the inheritance. Because that's the wajib can be, the wajib we previously mentioned, if the wajib can be performed and fulfilled from close to Makkah or cheaper, then the rest, if you want to send someone from hometown, the rest will be taken out from the share of the deceased, 1/3, not from the principal amount. Remember, we said 2/3 is principal amount, 1/3 is for the deceased. So you will take the basic Hajj from the principal and the remaining amount, which is extra, from the 1/3. So he says, وجب ذلك ولكن, however, الزائد على أجرة الميقات يخرج من الثلث. The extra amount from the place of the miqat, Hajj al-miqati means the Hajj from miqat. That's cheaper. You don't have to spend travel expenses. The extra will be taken out from the 1/3, which is specific for the deceased, not from the principal inheritance. So this is one scenario. وَلَوْ أُصَابِ الْحَجِّ وَلَمْ يُعَيِّنْ شَيْئًا. But in this first scenario, he said, perform the Hajj from my hometown. So that's why extra we take from where? From the 1/3 of the deceased. Here, he did not define the second scenario. وَلَوْ أَوْصَى بِالْحَجِّ وَلَمْ يُعَيِّنْ شَيْئًا اكْتَفَى بِالْإِسْتِئْجَارِ مِنَ الْمِيقَاتِ. So if he does not define, make Hajj from hometown or from the miqat, then khalas, from the miqat. Why? Because that is the obligatory part. That will be taken out from the principal. Okay? Not to take extra money out. إلا إذا كانت هناك قرينة. So Hajj miqati. Here, the first scenario was, he said, no, perform the Hajj from hometown. So it says wasiyat. Okay, we will do. But the principle we are going to take from the the obligatory miqati amount average, we will take from the principal, and then the remaining extra from over 5,000, the ticket and all this from going from hometown to there, that we are going to take from 1/3, because there was wasiyah. Here, there's no wasiyah. Here, he did not define. Khalas, then you do Hajj from wherever you can. Uh, I mean, from the miqat, whichever miqat you want, but there is no taking from the wasiyah 1/3, because he did not make a wasiyah. I cannot take the money 1/3 of the mayyat and put it in extra expenses of Hajj if he has not made wasiyah. You see, wasiyah is important. Wasiyah is mayyat's marhum's amount, 1/3. 2/3 is the Quranic amount. Quran distributes it, but 1/3, you have only the right to distribute 1/3 of your wealth, not 2/3, as we mentioned. So if mayyat has not made a wasiyah to do the extra part, then I can't take, I'm not supposed to take from the wasiyah and let some guy go from the hometown. No, let it be from the miqat. Okay, unless he says, إذا كانت هناك قرينة على إرادة الاستئجار من البلد كما إذا عين مقدار يناسب الحج البلدي. Unless if there was a clue of context, that this goes back to the first segment, wasiyah. So first segment is wasiyah, second segment no wasiyah, third segment, unless if there is an indication, clue, that there was some kind of indication that the mayyat wanted the Hajj to be done from the hometown, such as what? Iradatul istijar min al-balad. There was a clue that the intention was to perform the Hajj from the balad. كما إذا عين مقدار يناسب الحج البلدي. Such as he dedicated an amount. He said, take from my property 10,000 from my wealth. Take from my wealth, okay, 10,000 and perform Hajj. He did not mention from the hometown or from the miqat. No, but he mentioned an amount, which that amount is only suitable for Hajj from the hometown, $10,000. I mean, obviously. So what will you do here? Again, we will go, we'll take the principle, we'll take the Hajj from the miqat, from the principal, and the extra amount will be from the remaining, from the wasiyah. Extra amount will be taken out from the wasiyah. Because if he says, do Hajj from the hometown, that means he's indirectly, implicit, giving a wasiyah that I want the Hajj to be done from my hometown. Okay, then we will take the miqat amount from the principal, and the airfare and all those taking to the miqat, we are going to take from the 1/3 of the mayyit. Last ruling, ruling number 83. من مات وعليه حجة الإسلام, حجة الإسلام. Whoever dies and Hajj of Islam, the first Hajj is on his shoulder. وأوصى بالاستئجار من البلد وجب ذلك. He had made wasiyah, perform my Hajj from the hometown. Okay, from the hometown. ولكن الزائد على أجرة الميقات يخرج من الثلث. However, the extra amount from the Hajj from miqat, miqat is the wajib amount. Okay, so we have this amount is from the principal wealth of the assets or the state of the marhum. But extra airfares and all those going to the miqat, yukhraj min al-thuluth, will be taken out from the 1/3 which belongs to the deceased. 2/3 mayyat doesn't have anything on it. Okay, this is one segment. Okay, one section. So he did wasiyah from the hometown. I'm repeating 83. I think my brain is not functioning properly today. Let's check ruling number 84. إذا أوصى بالحج البلدي. If he made a wasiyah, okay, made a will that performed the Hajj from the hometown. ولكن الوصي أو الوارث استأجر من الميقات. See, there's a wasiyah. How peculiar is the wasiyah? The mayyat is not living, but Islam is representing the mayyat. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. So what will happen here? He said, please let the Hajj be from the hometown. That means what? The Hajj of miqat, the amount from the miqat to all the Hajj will be taken from where? From the principal. And the rest, traveling and all those, which is like 5,000, will be taken from the principal, and 5,000 will be taken from the 1/3. Okay, kama walakin, however, the one who was delegated to perform the wasiyah, okay, the testament, أو الوارث, or the inheritor, استأجر من الميقات. Okay, استأجر من when? Where did he hire? He hired from the miqat. Mayyat told him from hometown. He did it from miqat. بطلت الإجارة. The hiring contract will be invalid. وإن كانت الإجارة من مال الميت. Even though the hiring was from the wealth of the deceased. So now what will we do? The hiring contract is invalid, cancelled. So what about the Hajj? So there are two things. The Hajj will be okay. ولكن ذمة الميت, responsibility of the deceased, تفرغ من الحج, becomes relieved. The responsibility of the mayyit to perform the Hajj of Islam becomes relieved بعمل الأجير, by the performance of the one who was hired to perform. But then we have an issue here. So what is the use? I mean, the Hajj is okay. The ijara, the hiring contract is invalid. So what does it affect? There's no effect. The main thing was Hajj. Hajj is done. So yeah, there is an effect. So 1, 2, 3. Number one effect. Batalat al-ijara. What does hiring contract do? Hiring contract transmits my money or the mayyat's money to the one who's hired and relieves his responsibility for performing the Hajj. So he did the Hajj. Okay, he did the Hajj. But the contract was cancelled. That means he does not own the money. He has to give it back or consult the inheritors that, see, your dad told us to do the Hajj from the hometown, and then we did from the miqat, and then because wasiyat was not carried out properly the way it was supposed to. You violated the wasiyah, you betrayed. If it was intentionally, it is haram, it's forbidden. The mayyat doesn't have any capacity. He died and he trusted you, and he left things on your shoulder to accomplish it for him. And you violated his trust. So that you were representing on behalf of the mayyat. You are a representative of the mayyat. He told you to perform the Hajj on his behalf from his hometown, and you did it from the miqat. Or he told you to appoint someone from the hometown, and you appointed someone from the miqat. So that definitely was not according to the wasiyah. So the wasiyah was not fulfilled as it was designated. So that's why the hire contract becomes invalid. In this case, the one who took the money, he has to consult the heirs. So what do you say? I mean, should I keep the money? Should I return it back to you because I did not do whatever I was supposed to do? Yes, I did the Hajj, but I was supposed to go from the hometown. So this is just to respect the wasiyat of the mayyat. The ijara becomes invalidated. ruling number 85, and we'll be done. إذا أوصى بالحج البلد من غير بلده. What about this one? He says, if the deceased makes a wasiyah that perform the Hajj, not the miqati Hajj, not from miqat, no, from the balad. That means 1/3 of the mayyat will be used in it. Okay. However, not from my hometown. Let's say his hometown was Pakistan and he was living in the United States, or he had business somewhere, or he had some people from Iraq. He wanted people from Iraq to do. Okay. So he had some purpose to do the Hajj, not from the miqat, but not from his hometown, a city or a country other than his hometown. This is what he says. لو إذا أوصى بالحج البلدي من غير بلده كما إذا أوصى أن يستأجر من النجف مثلا. So such as hiring somebody from Najaf. He's not from Najaf, but he said, Fulan Sheikh, Fulan Maulana, Fulan Sayyid, who's studying Hawza and Najaf, I want him to perform my Hajj. وَجَبَ الْعَمَلُ بِهَا. It is obligatory upon the heirs to fulfill the wish and the will of the deceased. However, we come the 1/3, I mean, the principal, the miqati Hajj amount, $5,000 will be taken out from the principal wealth. The extra amount will be taken from the 1/3, like the other 5,000. Let's say miqat Hajj was 4,000. So 4,000 will be taken from the principal wealth, and 6,000 will be taken from the 1/3 of the deceased. So we stop here on ruling number 86, and we continue tomorrow بإذن الله تعالى. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.